Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Wednesday warm-up. I'm Carter, and today's practice is about finding our balance. If you have tight hamstrings or your balance is a little off today, you may need a block. So let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, come to the front of your mat. Separate your feet a little bit wider than the hips. Bend the knees a little bit, just hinge forward. Tuck the chin, release your arms, and soften here for a moment. So when we start to practice balancing, we want to make sure that we're really connected with the legs. That's the quadriceps and the hamstrings, the calves, and the feet. So in this forward fold, bring your weight to your heels, lift your toes up, maybe even lift the balls of your feet off the ground. You can start to feel the calves. And then gently soften the toes. And then bend and straighten the knees so you can feel where the hamstrings connects to the glutes. And then sway the hips so you can feel the lower back move a little bit in its sockets, right? The lower sacrum. And then inhale, come up halfway, flatten your back, lift your chin and chest. And then exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin. Do that again. Inhale, halfway up, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale, slowly come all the way up to standing. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then hands to heart center. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. Bring the weight to your heels, lift up your toes, and then reach your arms up. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, pull up towards the ceiling as if you are going to pull your left foot up off the ground. Just a little bit here. Side bend to the right and then start to extend that left leg out to the left. So, first balancing pose. Now, balancing pose does a couple things for us. It brings us to the present moment, and we get to find out where the body is. Right leg is strong, so you may want to bend and straighten a little bit. Inhale, come back to center and lower that foot down. Switch hands. Left hand grabs right wrist, pull, and start to lift that right foot up off the ground. Gently side bend to the left and extend that left leg out to the side, right? It could be just a little bit, it could be a little bit more, it could go all the way as parallel to the floor if it's available. Once again, bend and straighten the left knee. Inhale, come back to center softly. Bring the foot down. Lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Release your arms, tuck your chin, and soften. Inhale, come halfway up, flatten through your back. Lift your chin and chest. Exhale, bend your knees and plant your hands and walk back to the top of a push-up. Lower halfway down. Roll over your toes. Lift your chin and chest. Up dog. Nice long spine, arms are strong, long through the neck. Belly draws in, hips lift up, roll over your toes. Down dog. Feet are about hips distance apart, little wag of the tail. Shake the head. Big inhale, slow exhale, start to bring your big toes a little bit closer together. Right heel towards the ceiling, right knee to right arm. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, right knee to left arm. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, right knee to belly chest. Step your right foot forward. Hands stay down, nose comes towards the right knee. Weight comes to the right foot. Just come off the back foot. Standing splits. Now this is where your block or blocks could come in handy. So if your hamstrings are a little bit tight, you could use a block or a chair to support you. One deep full breath. Step that left foot back. Stay on the left toes. Arms reach up, crescent warrior. Straighten that right knee. Give your right leg a break. Bend your elbows. Hands and elbows draw back. Right arm underneath left arm, right hand grabs left wrist or palm. Now bend your right knee, bring the weight to your right foot, and then again, let's take that back foot up off the ground. Take this left knee, draw it towards the elbows, and then take the left knee and stack it on top of the right knee. Squeeze your ankles towards one another. Maybe that left foot wraps around the ankle. I can't get there. Tuck your tailbone, lift the elbows up, draw the shoulders down, and bring the hands away from the face. One more breath. Let's slowly unwind it all to Warrior Two. So step your left foot all the way back. Arms open up, gaze over the right fingers. Soften the shoulders down. Bend and straighten that right knee. So your right leg's going to be probably feeling a little hot right now. So give yourself a moment to readjust. So if you're feeling a little fatigue in that right leg, make sure you adjust. Reverse Warrior. Right arm reaches up and over. Left hand can be on the hip, down the leg or behind the back. The gaze can be underneath that right tricep or down to that left big toe. Exhale, swim both hands down around the right foot. Step it back. And again, halfway down through Chaturanga Dandasana, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Little wag at the tail, shake the head. Big toes coming closer together. Left heel towards the ceiling. Left knee towards the left arm. Inhale, send it up. Left knee towards the right arm. Inhale, send it up. Left knee towards the belly, chest. Step the foot forward. Hands stay down, nose towards left knee. Bring the weight to the left foot and lift that right foot off the ground. Again, left knee can be bent or straight. You use a block if you need it. And again, so when we're standing on one leg, oftentimes if we lock the knee, the quadricep becomes soft. So if the knee is locked, try to engage that thigh. If you can't, micro bend it, it'll wake up automatically. All right, right foot steps back. Arms reach up, crescent warrior. Straighten that left leg, give that leg a break. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back. Let's open up a little through the heart. Left elbow underneath right elbow, left hand grabs right wrist or palm. And then bend that left knee, lean a little bit forward, weight comes to the left foot. Bring that back foot up off the ground. A moment here. Right knee towards the elbows. And then right knee stacks on top of left knee. Squeeze the ankles together. Maybe wrap that right foot around the left ankle. Maybe wiggle around your mat. Tuck the tailbone. If I could edit all this out, I would. Elbows up, shoulders down, hands away from face. Oh, settled in. Okay? So that little like micro adjustment, I call that mastery. Working your edges. All right, unwind it all. Warrior Two, right foot steps back, arms open up. Straighten that left leg. Adjust your stance. And then bend that left knee. So in your Warrior Two stance, the stance is really nice and wide. How wide? I like it where you drop your fingers down and that's about your ankles. Right? Sometimes more, sometimes less. Reverse Warrior. Right hand drops down the leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Could be right hand on the hip or behind the back. Again, move the chin in a way that supports the neck. The more you reach with that left arm, the more you sink low into that left knee. Big inhale, slow exhale. Awesome. Exhale, swim both hands down. Right foot steps forward. Maybe big toes touch if that's available. Inhale, halfway up as you flatten the back, and then exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin. Inhale, all the way up to standing. Arms reach up, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to heart center. Swivel your palms open. Give the legs a little shake. We're going to do another balance pose. Another thing about balancing, when we balance right side and left side, if we're a little off balance on one side, it may give us an indication of what's going on with the brain. So right side of the brain controls left side of the body. Left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. Calculative mind, creative mind. Which one's overthinking? Usually it's the left side of the brain. So let's do dancer pose. So spread your toes nice and wide. Take your right hand, grab your right foot, ankle, or shin. Drop the knee underneath the hip, so you're pretty square with hips. Same thing with your shoulders, pretty square. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling and then push the foot into the hand as you ignite the thigh. This may be perfect. You can stay right here. I have no problem with dancer pose just like this. As you lift your thigh, make sure that you're not spinning to the right. So hips are pretty square. Shoulders are pretty square, and then your torso is kind of like up dog, and then you're just lifting the thighs, you press the foot into the hand, right? And then you can kind of manipulate this left arm, whatever feels comfortable, but don't drop the heart, so don't look down. So heart is up, and then again, strong left leg, so you may want to bend and straighten that knee. One more deep full breath. You can use a wall or a chair or large dog or small pony. Slowly release your right foot, bring it down. And now let's roll on our left toes. Press the front of the ankle towards the ground. So we're going to open up a little bit through the ankle. And then visit each one of your toes. Pinky toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. And if you have 6 toes, make sure you add that last toe in. Or 7 toes. Shake out the left leg. All right, let's try the other side. So root down right foot. And going into it, you don't have to rush. So find your support. If you have a big Buddha statue, maybe you could use that. All right. Left hand grabs left foot. Knee underneath hip. So you're square with the hips, square with the shoulders. Right arm reaches up. Maybe this is plenty, right? Standing on one foot, no problem, right? For a little bit more, press the foot into the hand. Start to ignite that quadricep. I feel it in the quadricep, right? Or the hip flexor. Thigh lifts a little bit higher as I press the foot into the hand, squaring the hips again, squaring the shoulders again. My body will tell me where to go and how far to go. I can lean a little bit forward, get a little bit more sensation in that right hamstring. I can extend and lengthen with that right arm and drop the left hip. I can bend and straighten that right knee. And I can breathe. So the weight is in the heel and the ball of the foot and the outside of the foot, like a 3-prong basis of that right foot. Toes are soft. Breath is deep. And maybe you have a drishti, a gaze at one spot that doesn't move. And then inhale slowly, bring yourself on up, release that foot. Awesome, roll on your right toes. And then press the ankle down and visit each one of those toes again. Shake out your legs. Shake out your hands. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold forward, no rush. Release your arms, tuck your chin. Inhale. Halfway up as you flatten the back and lengthen through spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, walk or step top of a push-up and roll through chaturanga. Upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Big toes come close together, right heel towards the ceiling. Let's bend the right knee and stack the right hip on top of the left hip as you gaze over your left shoulder. And then bring your right shin forward, pigeon on left side. Lengthen through torso, elbows down. Soften. So if you do have a block, you could use the block underneath the right hip or thigh if the right knee is bothering you. So some support there is always a good idea. Or you can use the block for the forehead. And so you're maybe thinking, why are we doing a hip opener in a balancing practice? Well, I'm not always talking about my physical balance. I'm also talking about my emotional balance. And the hips are our emotional filing cabinet. So I want to make sure that my emotional energetic pattern is taken care of. It's balanced, so I have a sense of where I am emotionally. And this releases and kind of wrings out the body of some old emotional trauma. So when I say balance, I'm talking about our whole lives, not just our physical body. And so the balancing practice is, are you working too much or too little? Are you eating too much or too little? Are you sleeping too much or too little? Do you have enough rest or too much rest? Are you communicating right? Do you have too many relationships, not enough relationships? So your whole life is a delicate balance between giving and taking, and trying to find that sweet spot, which is a moving target. So we always have to assess where we are to make sure that we're in balance. Hands under shoulders, gently lift yourself on up. Left knee bends. If that feels super tight, you can drop to the right hip, and then you can try it again, and with the left hand reach back. If it feels pretty good, you can reach back with the left hand and grab foot as you drop the hip bone. Maybe draw the heel towards the hip. If you want another variation that could be a little bit more intense, is twist to the right, take the right hand back, and then invite the heel towards the tailbone. Give yourself one more deep full breath wherever you are. Exhale, let it go. Roll over your right toes, roll over your left toes, lift your left knee. Step your right leg all the way back for three-legged dog. Bend open and stack, and then gently flip your dog if it's in your practice, and lift your hips and extend your right arm towards the front of the room. Exhale, flip it all the way back over, down dog. Pedal feet, knees, wag your tail. Left leg lifts. Left shin comes forward, pigeon left side. Keep in mind, right side, left side, probably different. Again, you can take this block, stuff it underneath that thigh to support the knee if there's any sensation that's uncomfortable. Lower the elbows. Soften the heart, relax the jaw. So when we talk about a balancing practice, the easiest place to start is the body. And this is why we do these balancing poses. And not only that, through balancing the physical body, but the balancing of the breath pattern. When we're in these a little bit more challenging poses, the inhalation and exhalation sometimes get a little choppy or uneven. So when we talk about balance, can your inhalation and exhalation mirror each other in depth and quality? It's a good place to start. And then can you move through your asana and keep that breath smooth? One more round. Hands under shoulders, lift the torso up. Bend and straighten that right knee. Get a sense of that right thigh, hip flexor. If it's not available, drop the hip. See if that's available. If squaring the hip is available, right hand reaches back, heel towards hip. Another option, twist to the left. Right hand reaches back, heel towards tailbone. Ooh, yeah. Smooth out the breath. Balance out the sensation and feeling. You don't want to push, but you don't want to coast. Exhale, let it go. Roll over your right toes, lift your right knee, send your left leg back, three-legged dog. Lift the heel, bend that left knee, and flip that dog. Left arm reaches up towards the front of the mat. Exhale. Flip it all the way over. Down dog. Pedal feet and knees. Wag the tail. Yes. Drop the knees, cross your ankles, roll over your feet. Come into boat pose. So let's start with hands behind the knees. Roll back onto the hips, lift the feet, and we're gonna start to balance here. Then you have options. You can stay here, or you can lift your feet up a little, or you can extend your arms, or you can straighten your knees, or you can move a little. Whop, 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 maybe up and down. All right, so wherever you are, lower halfway down. Straighten the knees, flatten the back, and then lower 1 inch off the ground. Separate the feet as wide as your mat, and slowly lower down. Flat to your back, take your left hand to your heart, take your right hand to your belly. On your inhalation, expand the belly, so push it up towards the ceiling. On the exhalation, the belly drops. Let's do 2 more of those belly breaths. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly drops. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale. Balancing out our nervous system. That allows our parasympathetic nervous system to wake up and allows our sympathetic nervous system to calm down. Draw the chin down a little bit, close your eyes, soften your jaw. Feel the weight of the body. Allow the breath to soften almost into a whisper. Relax your jaw. A moment to be here now. There is no better place. If you have the time and the space to stay in your Shavasana for another 5 minutes, please give yourself that gift. If your day is waiting for you, very slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes as you awaken up to this new balanced body. Gently rock your head from side to side. Extending the arms up over your head and stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Get really nice and long. Draw the knees towards the belly. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a little hug. Right arm reaches up over your head and roll to your right side. A moment to be here. Pressing the hands into the floor. Gently bring yourself up into a comfortable seat. Bring the hands together, thumbs come towards the heart, gaze over the fingertips. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Thanks for sharing your practice with me today. Have a beautiful night. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. If you have a balancing posture that you love that we didn't do here, please leave it in the comment section below. If you like the practice, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, but with loving kindness. And I'll see you soon. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Peace.